And we're back with another YouTube video. Alright, so we're going to talk about Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205, NXT UK. We're going to start off with Raw as we play Mortal Kombat 11 in the background. Demetrius Vegas, Sub-Zero, claim your free skin from your notifications. International DJ and actor Demetria Vegas. Interesting. Alright, back to the wrestling. Sasha Banks kicks off Raw. Basically, she said how she doesn't care about the tag titles. She's pissed that Becky main evented over her. And then Natty came out and they brawled. Simple as that. As yeah, simple as that. In the brawl, Sasha basically gets the upper hand against Natty because Natty has that injured arm, so only stands to reason that Sasha would get the advantage over her. King of the Ring first round match: Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. Ricochet wins. People thought Drew was gonna win, but no, Ricochet won. I'm happy about it. I like Ricochet winning, so I'm cool with it. Plus, I like Ricochet, so also cool with that. Drew's cool too, but Drew is King of the Ring. I could have seen it if he wasn't fighting Ricochet, but Paul Heyman likes Ricochet probably better than Drew, so Paul Heyman probably had something to do with booking decisions as to why Ricochet won and all that kind of stuff. So either way, it's my little explanation on why I thought Ricochet wins this match. Next, with Baron Corbin and Miz. This match was okay, I guess. Your winner, Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin got on the throne and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be King of the Ring," which usually, if somebody does something that interacts with the throne, they probably aren't gonna win the whole tournament. Admittedly, like you can win a couple of matches or whatever, but the whole tournament, no. There's no way. There's no way anybody actually believes Baron Corbin is gonna win the whole tournament. That's not happening. Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Bayley wins. Duh. She's SmackDown Women's Champion, plus the fact that she has a match coming up at Clash of Champions. Nikki Cross doesn't, as of yet. I'm sure they'll get one because Nikki Cross is one half of the SmackDown Women's Tag Team. Sorry, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. They're not specific to brand, which Sasha Banks just crapped all over them, so they look even worse now. Sorry. Sorry, Vince. And then we have a tag team turmoil match. The teams in the match: B Team, Viking Raiders, Ziggler, and Rude. I don't know why. The OC. The OC, the Viking Raiders, Lucha House Party, Revival, Heavy Machinery, Zack Ryder, and Kurt Hawkins. Alright, so we'll go elimination by elimination. Viking Raiders beat B Team, then Viking Raiders and the OC get DQ'd because they're all in the ring fighting each other for too long. Lucha House Party lose to Ziggler and Rude. Then Ziggler and Rude beat the Revival. Ziggler and Rude beat Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Ziggler and Rude beat Heavy Machinery. So Ziggler and Rude are going to be fighting Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman at Clash of Champions because they needed a heel team to fight them, I guess, because they didn't want to do babyface, because they could have, but they didn't want to. Then we get Natty versus Sasha. Sasha wins, taps out Natty with the bank statement, which makes sense because Sasha's new, the new heel character. So, Sasha, I don't know if she's going to beat Becky for the Women's Championship at Clash of Champions, but she could, I guess, if you want to, if you want to really establish her as, oh, she's the, she's going to be the new top dog of the women's division kind of thing. Then we had Cedric versus Cesaro. Cedric wins, and Cesaro was focusing on the leg when he injured it during the match. So yeah, Cedric wins with an injured leg, and that basically gives Cedric a disadvantage going into the rest of the King of the Ring matches. Specifically, his match next week with Baron Corbin. Braun versus AJ ends in a DQ because the ref gets up and thinks Braun hit AJ with the chair even though he didn't. So yeah, it was like a kind of a shout out to Eddie Guerrero, a little bit, because the ref heard the chair shots, but what he heard was the OC getting hit with the chair. But of course, the ref didn't know that because he was down on the ground. So there you go. SmackDown. Kofi and Randy cut promos on each other. Randy reads a letter from Kofi's kid, says, "Hey, instead of writing a letter to your kid, why don't I go pay him a visit?" It's like, okay, Randy, weirdo. I don't know why they kept that line in there. So yeah, Kofi says, "You look stupid when I knocked you out last week." And then, Randy comes back with that whole letter to the kid thing, or letter from the kid. And then Kofi goes backstage, beats up Randy. They get separated. Big E comes out of the trainer's room after checking on Kofi. Big E says that he's going to fight Randy Orton tonight, which does happen, obviously. And then we get first King of the Ring match, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali wins. This match was great. Not as good as their 205 Live matches just because they didn't get enough time, but still great. Then we have Miz challenging Shinsuke for the IC title, the Clash Champions. Sami Zayn comes out first, talks to Miz, saying how you don't want to fight Shinsuke. He's the king of strong style. You're the king of soft style. Then Shinsuke comes out, attacks Miz, Kinshasas him into the apron. And yeah, we have our match set, IC title match set for Clash Champions, Shinsuke and Miz. Then we have Bayley versus Lacey Evans. Bayley beats Lacey Evans before this match. Lacey was backstage saying how she's the face of the women's division. Bayley and Ember Moon laugh at her. Realistically, Bayley is the face of the SmackDown women's division because she's champion, obviously. Then we had Randy Orton versus Big E. Match ends pinfall. Randy Orton pins Big E. Then the Revival come out to beat up Big E. And nobody comes out to make the save because, Kofi's injured in the back. So, yeah. Kevin Owens beats up Elias, and Elias loses the 24/7 championship to Drake Maverick. And then Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin. Chad Gable wins. The crowd was dead for this match. I thought it was pretty decent. And then we have the Roman, Eric Rowan, Daniel Bryan storyline. Eric Rowan is revealed to be the attacker, as we pretty much thought from last week that Eric Rowan was the attacker. Eric Rowan's the attacker. Bryan comes out, says, "Oh, I didn't know Eric Rowan was the attacker, the person who attacked you, all this stuff." Then Roman just spears him, and then that's how we go off the air. And I'll do predictions for NXT UK and AEW after I'm done with all these results. Kalisto versus Daivari. Now I'm on 205 Live. Kalisto versus Daivari. Daivari wins and tries to talk who Lindsay into turning on him. Yeah, yeah, he's trying to turn. He's trying to talk Lindsay into turning on him. Lindsay doesn't attack him because he's like listening to Davari. So, and then the rest of the house party are like, "Are you listening to him? What's going on here?" And then Sim Grillos cut a promo talking about how they're the biggest stars. Um, Basically, I guess like the biggest stars in Bollywood, pretty much. And then we get Umberto Carrillo versus Oni Lorcan, number one contender match for the cruiserweight championship. Umberto Carrillo wins. This match was great. So he's gonna fight Drew Gulak at Clash of Champions for the cruiserweight championship. So yeah, that was 205 live. Obviously, it was a short show because it always is. It's only 45 minutes. Now I'll go to NXT real quick. Seriously, spoilers for this show. I watched it already. This is not going to be spoiling anything for me. Uh-huh. Yep, I already know all those things. That match. Nope, definitely didn't happen. I don't know where they got that from. So apparently, this spoilers is adding Pete Dunne beat Alexander Wolf. Is it a dark match? Probably a dark match. I don't know. Well, either way, Ilya Dragunov beat Tyson T-Bone. That match was good. Ilya Dragunov's always good, so that match was good. Joseph Connors beat Oliver Carter, which is a surprise because it's his debut. People don't lose on a debut match. Jordan Devlin beat Kenny Williams, which okay, I guess I kind of expected that. Now NXT results. Street Profits versus Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era win. They're the new tag team champions, 3-time tag team champions. So yeah, so another part of Undisputed Era has gold now. So yep, Io Shirai beats Cami Fields via the Koji Clutch submission. Uh, she gets a kendo stick from under the ring. Io does. This is something she used to do. What? She did it in Lucha. She did it in Japan. She used to beat people up with kendo sticks, so she tried to do that to Cammy, and then Candice came out to make the save. So Candice and Io are probably gonna have another match at the next takeover, which is in November. Donovan Dijak versus Keith Lee. Donovan Dijak beats Keith Lee with the Feast Your Eyes. This match was awesome. So I'd say definitely go back and watch this. Spanish Fly from the top rope. Moonsaults. Keith Lee goes for a moonsault, then gets kicked, and then put in the Feast Your Eyes and loses. Mia Yim, talking to Regal, says she wants another shot at Shayna, which essentially she's not going to get because she had her shot already, which is what Regal said. Rhea Ripley comes out to interrupt Shayna, and that's going to be our next title match for Shayna. Is going to be Shayna versus Rhea Ripley at Takeover. So yeah, that match will be great. Admittedly, I think so. Now let me look up the Takeover card. Oh yeah, and Cesaro is going to be on NXT UK, the Takeover show. So I don't know what he's doing, who he has a match, who he's going to have a match with, because I assume he's going to have one. Only 5 matches on this card, apparently. Oh, what is it? 2-hour show, so it makes sense. Tony Storm versus Kayla Ray. I think Tony Storm's going to keep the championship. Tyler Bate versus Walter. I'm going to go with Walter. Well, Walter just got the championship recently, and he's beat Pete Dunne already. So I guess you could do the thing where he runs through all three Mustache Mountain people and then loses to someone else. So I'm going with Walter to retain. Zach Gibson and James Drake versus Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster, and Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. I'll go with Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. I want Mark Andrews to be a champion in NXT UK. And if his first title has to be the Tag Team Championships, I'm fine with that. Dave Mostip versus Joe Coffey in a last man standing match. I'll go with Dave Mostip. It seems like he's getting pushed more than Joe Coffey is. So Travis Banks versus Noam Dar. Travis Banks. I like Travis Banks more than I like Noam Dar. So definitely going with Travis. AEW All Out match card. As far as New Japan predictions go, I don't know when I'm going to watch that, admittedly. So if I watch it, then I'll do a review of it. But as far as predictions go, I don't know when I'm going to watch it. So first match, well, this isn't order of the card, obviously, but this is the main event. Adam Page and Chris Jericho for the World Championship. If you want to start your World Championship on I'd say the biggest name in your company, put it on Chris Jericho. But if you want it to be on Adam Page, which is a young up-and-coming star, then you want to show that we don't just push former WWE guys or, whatever. Put it on Adam Page. But I think Jericho's going to win. I think they want their first champion to be a heel. Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks for the AAA Tag Team Championships. If the Lucha Bros want to win the tournament, don't win the AAA tag titles. Let the Lucha Bros keep it. If the Young Bucks want to win the tournament, because if the Young Bucks are AAA tag team champs, they're not going to win the tournament for the AEW tag team championships unless they want to make themselves double champion. But then again, the Lucha Bros probably want to win that tournament too, huh? So you know what? I'll go with the Young Bucks here. And I heard Phoenix was injured, through the grapevine of wrestling, Fightful, J-Bone. Everybody was telling me, Phoenix is injured. But then I heard he's not injured that bad. So, Phoenix, if you're not injured that bad, then you'll be here, obviously. Then we have Pac versus Kenny Omega. It was supposed to be Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega, but Jon Moxley has a elbow injury. So, yeah. As reported by all those YouTubers I just mentioned. Fightful, J-Bone, The Left Man, WrestleMania, all those people. So, Kenny Omega hasn't won a lot of one-on-ones. So we'll go with Kenny Omega. Then we have Cody versus Shawn Spears. Cody's not going to be hurt by Wallace. He's not. So Shawn Spears is going to win. And Tully Blanchard is in his corner. I don't know if Tully's going to do anything, but I'm going with Shawn Spears to win. Rio versus Shirai. Rio is signed a 5-show contract. Or signed on for 5 shows, so maybe they'll give her the win to see if she signs for longer. That wouldn't, as reported by Fightful, of course. So yeah, I'm going with Rio here. Then we have Darby Allin versus Jimmy Havoc versus Joey Janela. This is just a triple threat. This is probably a hardcore. This is probably going to be a hardcore match. So, Darby Allin. Then we have Best Friends versus the Dark Order. Dark Order, aka Super Smash Bros. From the wrestling promotion in Canada, Smash Wrestling. Best Friends, Trent Seven and Chuck Taylor. Get the names of the guys in the Dark Order. Oh, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. So yeah. Wow, Mike lagging or something? Probably. So I'm going with Best Friends here. The winner gets a bye in the first round. So I think the Best Friends are gonna win. Not that they need the bye, because like I feel like if faces are gonna do anything, it would be, oh, we're gonna get a bye into the first round. What? That didn't make any sense. But still gonna go with the Best Friends to win. SCU versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. I'll go with SCU. And then the buy-in match. All right, click on it. Private Party and El Helico and Jack Evans. I want El Helico and Jack Evans to win, so that's what I'm going with. Are there more matches? Or was that it? Oh, there's a battle royal, isn't there? Who's all in that battle royal? Let's see. Evil Lease, Randy Rhodes. Oh yeah. Oh, it doesn't say everybody. Evil Lease, Brandy Rhodes, Priscilla Kelly, Britt Baker. Who could win that? You know what? I want Evil Lease to win that women's battle royal, so that's what I'm going with. All right. Well, that's everything. See you guys next week. Oh, sorry, almost forgot to say. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All right. See you guys next week.